that time of year again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Blunt Force Gamers. It is I, Darth Blasphemous, bringing us into this holiday season along with...
Hi, my name is the real Game-Goblin.
And I am the Moniker.
So I guess that's Darth Narcissus sitting across from me?
Hey, just because I got the black scales... No.
It just means you need a wash.
It's Kazurkan. All joking aside.
So, it's that time of year again, folks. Holidays are here. Time to start those shopping lists.
Fuck yeah, I just earned a medal!
What game are you playing that you earned a medal?
Pokemon Go.
Yeah!
Yeah.
All of that and more to come. Roll the intro.
You said come.
Feeling tired at the gaming table? Want to hear foul-mouthed jackasses poke fun at gaming companies when they screw up? Want an honest, street-level opinion from a team of gamers that call it like it is? Then Blunt Force Gamers may be the podcast for you.
Listener discretion advised.
Alright, now that I'm done beating the shit out of the moniker, let's get back to this.
I have the time of my life, and I've never felt this way before.
About Pokemon Go.
About Pokemon Go! Get in the fucking ball! Or I'm gonna throw more fucking raspberries at you! Pikachu!
Oh yeah, so holidays were, fun growing up, always having that big wish list of toys you wanted. But since
Never got my fucking chainsaw.
Yeah, just wait.
Your list might have been a little different.
I'm just putting that out there. And people ask me what I want for Christmas every year, and I say the same fucking thing, and it has yet to happen. I want a chainsaw, gas-powered.
You've heard it here, folks. This makes me think we should open a Blunt Force Gamers P.O. box.
Oh, that'd be great.
Just someone lucky listener out there mails me a chainsaw. I would love to see the United States Postal Service try to figure that one the fuck out.
It might have to go through Amazon.
But anyways, what list did you guys who were gamers earlier on in your lives add to your list that was game-oriented? What kind of stuff do you guys want around the holidays for gaming?
Were we talking historically or current tense?
Let's go from first instance. When did you want that really nice set of dice for Christmas?
Now, I've always wanted more accoutrements for dice and stuff like that. I mean, every gamer has an overstock of paper laying around somewhere, or grid paper, or dice. God damn, everybody's got a fucking 5-pound sack of dice. But the accoutrements that come along with it, say, if somebody bought me a paintbrush set for doing minis, or a dice rolling tray, dude, that would just get me right in the giblies.
For me, I think the earliest one that sparked, that, oh my god, I got this sort of reaction was way when I was younger. It was a set of action figures that were all Blizzard themed. So I got a Thrall, I got a StarCraft Marine, and I can't remember what the last one was.
Was that in a box set, or did they all come individually?
Individually.
Oh, that's cool. I've always loved action figures and shit. I still do.
Right? For a while, they were some of my favorite things to play with.
Yeah. Action figures, the nice way of saying dolls to a little boy.
Fuck
you! Yes.
They're still dolls.
They are. They're more
with
posable.
Kung Fu grip.
Whatever. Or attachable guns or whatever.
Moniker, will you just let me live in my delusion for a little longer, please?
Nope.
Okay.
Eat a dick.
Moniker grew some vitriol.
He did.
Well, the Moniker, grew some vitriol because, he had the cup goblin earlier to get him off balance. I still feel the tip of your dick on my hand. It's freaking me out.
My tiny little goblin dick.
Call it whatever you want.
Well, it is green, so it's holiday themed. But...
Yeah. I like to put a little red bow on it.
Would you like me to just slap it on the table right now and show you why I got a blue ribbon? I got first prize, biatch.
Yeah, You and your Scott song.
Fuck yeah!
Dude, that is such a fun song, too.
Anyways.
I was gonna make that reference if you didn't.
Well, I don't know where you've been, my friend, but I'm glad you won first prize. Yes, that song.
And all the ladies cheer. You know, it's been... This point has been made by some other folks that I watch. But I'll just repeat it here. For you guys, I don't know about you, but going back to the action figure thing, isn't it kind of bullshit, like, growing up, especially for me, you know, like, I always wanted, like, an action figure of, like, Link, or, like, Samus, or, like, Super Mario, but when I was growing up, like, you could not find that shit anywhere, and if you did, it was online from, like, a Japanese website for $80, and then, you know, I walk into Target now that I'm an adult, and it's like, you know, kind of grown out of that stuff, mostly.
Because
Preface
nerd
it.
culture has become prevalent.
It's
and
gone into
mainstream.
vogue.
Yeah, I know, but it's bullshit. It's bullshit.
It is bullshit, but like when I was growing up, like I always wanted the Bionicles, no matter what kind of.
Oh,
bullshit.
same
Yes.
here.
Those
And
were
I
good.
had
Yeah.
all of the originals.
Yeah.
I had half of the second generation when they got their new costumes.
Yeah.
But man, those things would have been great for me to have to do actual gaming with if I was doing that back then. It probably would have helped me read better.
Yeah.
That's like, fuck, when I was younger, like, I'd still buy Legos and shit all the way up into my 20s. You know, I just, fuck it, you know, I'm at Fred Meyer and there's a box of Legos. Screw it, I get the Legos.
Yeah.
And Lego figures would more often than not get repurposed.
Oh, yeah.
Lego
And they'd wind
figures
up in, like, a battle map.
all the time.
There'd be like a little dude out there with a motorcycle helmet. I'm just like, ignore the motorcycle helmet. It's an orc, all right? Just ignore the helmet.
No, that's something I would actually love to do is actually get like a Lego table like my great grandfather built me and just paint the black line so it's gridded out.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be kind of a clever way to do it. I remember I also had a Lego table that my dad made me. He had like cut out a center of it for basically just straight brick storage
Yeah,
and building area all around.
that's
right?
what I had.
I have the
And-
carpet.
Oh,
wow.
I hate you. Damn it, child.
I have a 7-Up can
7-Up can.
that was cut into the shape of Gumby. That was it.
It's impressive craftsmanship.
I'm poor white trash, okay?
Oh.
I was like, hey, Merry Christmas, son. Here's a pine cone. Gee, Dad, thanks. And get back in the kitchen and keep peeling taters. I'm like, fuck you, Dad. He's like, that's another pound. Fuck. I had a Gumby made out of 7. I didn't have Legos. Fuck, I was jealous of the kid that had Duplo blocks.
Oh god.
Ugh.
So yeah, so what are anything you guys are wanting for Christmas this season that's gaming related? Like not just video games, but like tabletop or, you know, card game or board game coming out.
Well, if I was still a Magic dude, I would say sleeves, like, right off the bat. But
Yeah.
I've got an overstock of sleeves still in boxes. If it was to be, like, gaming related, if I'm, like, legit rolling dice, I would say, like, one of those little, portable painting kits.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like, we get the 10 pots of paint and the 3 brushes and the little water jug that comes along with it. That would be, like, super great if I was still doing, that shit. Because then you could just be like, oh, you know, it's going to be a one-off game. Well, I'll just whip up a fucking mini that's just basic.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whatever.
Yeah, have your little character creator on the go.
Little character creator on the go.
That'd be sweet.
That would be pretty glorious.
It would be awesome, man. You go camping and you just got your little miniature kit with you. Boom.
I think Games Workshop actually does sell something similar to that, but...
I wouldn't be surprised with how much miniatures. Games
Then
are
again,
made.
I mean, gamers are fucking easy when it comes to the shit you don't, like, look at immediately.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned earlier, you know, all gamers have a fuck ton of pencils hidden somewhere. They got their giant stash of dice. They've got their favorite #1 dice bag, but of course they could always use like the jumbo bag or some shit.
Or if you're like the Moniker, you can store your dice in a kangaroo scrotum.
And
Right.
have really bad luck up until you leave the party and leave the fucking scrotum here and don't store your dice in them.
Yeah, that's true. And then they started rolling well.
One accoutrement, you know, like if you were like something like Moniker, let's say you're gaming and stuff.
Mhm.
This is the kind of thing I would get you, like if I actually considered you worthy of being in my life.
Oh.
would be like, go out and get a binder and a bunch of those clear plastic sheets.
Oh, yeah.
And then boom, you got your own character
Give someone
binder
a-
book.
Yep, their character
That'd be sweet.
folio.
Their character folio book right there.
That'd be a
Bam.
sweet gift, yeah.
Yeah, those are fun. Those are really useful. Wow.
And somebody left the volume on their phone.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun.
I think more this year. I'm just kind of waiting on some of the games that I've been wanting for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, normally I'd say Bethesda games, but this year I'm just like,
Yeah, no.
Even-
not so much.
Bethesda could release fucking Elder Scrolls 6 by the end of July this year. Or not July, but November, July, whatever. They look the same to me. And just like, I'd be like, no! You done fucked up too much over the past year and a half with anti-consumer practices.
Yeah, like
You know, EA's like, we're the worst company twice in a row, man. The Golden Turd Award. And EA's like, you know, Bethesda comes in like, hold my beer.
Bethesda, Blizzard. You know, I think, on a side note,
Activision, all the AAAs are just being complete douche waffles.
yeah. And then there's,
which is why I'm really excited for some of the stuff that some of the smaller companies are doing.
I've been talking
CD
about
Projekt
those.
Red,
Oh yeah, Project Red. Oh my god, glorious.
you know, on the,
Cyberpunk. That's one. Biomutant, because THQ Nordic is also done.
Was
one.
Hell, they're doing a one of the indie ones, and
The other
I don't
one?
know how they're on Steam, but they are. I got the game on my wish list right now because it's just fucking wrong. It's an adult game.
really?
Yes,
Oh, that's cool.
it's an adult game, and it's like in the vein of Mass Effect.
Huh.
You're in space, and you just run around in space, like defeating the bad guys and collecting waifus. And getting into lewd and lascivious situations with them.
Nice.
all over the place.
That sounds
But,
fun.
you know, it's really weird because I'm looking at all these, well, they're not AAA, well, Triple B publishers. Okay, so the Triple Bs, you know, like, you get Studio Wildcard. They came out with a breakout hit, you know, we all play it here, Ark. You know, that was just like its own thing, and then they've just somehow managed to get that golden ticket and be on the front runner of, hey, we're a Triple B studio, and we're doing fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
And, you know, on the note of Ark, Survival Evolved, I have seen other games are making nods to it now. Like, Pixel Saga, I think it is.
Yeah.
It's like yet another voxel-based survival-esque game. And they have a free DLC, Pixel Ark.
Yeah,
And
there
it's
was
got the Ark symbol on it, pixelated.
There was one that came out a while back, and I believe production, of course, has gone the wayside, unfortunately. It's called a game called Planet Explorers.
Oh, I remember hearing
Yeah,
about
it was a
that.
voxel-based game, so like all the terrain, except for like a few localized areas, was completely manipulatable. You could dig it, reshape it, plow it down, blow it up, do whatever the fuck you want.
Are you talking Astroneer?
No, this is Planet Explorers.
Okay. Because Astroneer has that same kind of vein, too.
And it had a... the characters look kind of anime, but it was a Chinese game, I believe. Done by Studio
We're not gonna-
Proelia or some shit like that. They haven't updated in so long that I've just kind of let that part slide.
Yeah.
But the game itself was really fucking phenomenal for being a... Okay, this isn't Triple B. This is like Triple C Studio.
Yeah.
So we're going even down on the indie...
Real underground shit.
It's kind of underground. It's on Steam, so not that underground.
Yeah.
These days.
But a lot of these guys who are doing these indie projects, you know, this is what got me into gaming in the first place. Is every game you picked up, they were innovating like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
They wanted their game to be different from everybody else's. Even the JRPGs had the same core mechanics, but once you got into the storyline and the gameplay elements and, you know, the nitty gritty of how shit worked, it was way different than anything else.
Mhm.
And nowadays we're in episode like 25 of, what was it? Modern Warfare.
Yeah, that was confusing me because I was seeing, commercials for that. Is it what is the new Modern Warfare? Because I saw Captain Price. Is it the first game just again?
I don't know, and I don't care.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, a lot of these games, they're so samey. I mean, like, even fucking Bethesda games. I love Bethesda games before Bethesda showed their true colors.
No, before Bethesda became a corporate type of Lost House.
Fair enough. But it actually spoiled me on the role-playing side to be in a game where I could play either third person or first person, and you just, here's your bucket, here's your shovel, go play with the sandbox.
Yeah.
And that really spoiled me, but now it's becoming old hat because there's no new RPGs coming out where they're really innovating. It's all basically the same engine and same gameplay elements, just different world.
Yeah, I think, it's...
You might like Outer Worlds then, because it, like, Fallout 3... Fallout New Vegas.
Yes, I plan on getting Outer Worlds soon.
Well, it's just... It doesn't surprise me that the RPG is just kind of, the standard now. Because it's kind of like what Yahtzee was saying, I want to say about like a year ago. It's just open world sandbox RPGs and more so just open world sandbox games. Those have become now like what first person shooters were in the mid
5 years ago.
Yeah, in the mid to late 2000s. It was the standard because that's what was in, and so I give it a number of years before
they pass and move on to some new fad.
Yeah, I mean, I guess even now you could say it's more battle royale games that are the thing, but even so, that's already kind of declining downhill.
Oh, it's already on its downswing. Like there was.
Take the gods.
Yeah, there was. Yeah. Like I was.
If I want to spend my free time getting pwned by people who I don't even respect, I'll just stay at work.
So, anyways, back to the main topic: holiday gifts.
Yeah.
Like we've done a good bit on why certain things to buy are terrible. Let's go back to good things you can buy a gamer. We talked about the character folio for someone that's reusable. You could definitely go for everyone could use a dice tray. You can store your dice in it. Hell, get someone a cigar box.
You could get someone, some real basic gaming things, like shower gel, deodorant,
Toothbrush,
pizza coupons.
toothbrush, toothpaste.
Yeah.
Maybe some floss if you really feel like splurging on that special someone.
In fact, there's advertisements right now on YouTube done by this like really bodacious looking blonde dude. For like the Sasquatch soap.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that'd be something to get to a gamer, right? It's just like, here you go, bam, pine tar.
Yeah.
Now you'll finally smell like a man at the game table.
Yeah. And I mean, there's other stuff too. You could always buy someone a book for the game system that they don't have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Buying books is a definite hit or miss. Like,
Yeah.
every time somebody's got me a game book, I look at it and I'm like, thank you! I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with this. Or, even more rarely, it's like, thank you! I needed a second player's guide.
Well, sometimes you do, especially when your players aren't prepared.
Yeah, but then there's time, it's just like, why would I want a second player's guide when I've already got one for myself, especially if it's a really common and popular game at the time.
Yeah.
It's like, if somebody went out and splurged, they dropped like $150. Well, how am I supposed to, and they give me like 5th edition D&D.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? I don't even, ah!
How do I respond to this?
How do I respond to that? Or worse, as
I
if
think-
I already have the box set for a game system, and they get me yet another box set.
You'd be thankful because someone took
There's
the time
only
out.
one time somebody's bought me a book,
Mhm.
and it's come with a issue of a game that I've already got.
Yeah.
And it was actually a box set thing. It was Rifts, and it was like the big black cover with silver foil Rifts Collector's Edition.
Yeah.
That was awesome because I had the soft cover, which was beaten to shit.
Mhm.
But now I got the collector's edition, so I'm like, ooh, trophy book. I'm just gonna put this on the bookshelf and never look at it again because it's pretty. It's all shit I've already got. I'll just keep using my beat up book. But at the same time, it also came with Rifter number 9.5, which was a limited run print.
Mhm.
So to have 2 copies of that is like awesome sauce.
Yeah.
And one of them is autographed, so I'm like, sweet.
See, I mean, if I get a double of something, like, I actually do not mind that at all. Not to throw you under the bus there, but it's like, because then I can have, like, a nice, edition that I can keep at home, and kind of keep it from getting scratched up and refer to it as I need it. And then I can have another one where I can bring wherever, and, I don't need to care as much about it getting banged up and stuff.
You can just
so.
throw it in a bag and say, fuck it, I don't care if there's open pasta.
Yeah, exactly.
It just adds red to the pictures.
Yeah.
For blood.
For blood.
I think, and you have to know very intimately what their collection already is and what their interests are.
Yeah, it's like one game book I got as a gift, man. It was the DC Heroes core book.
Yeah.
It is rare I encounter a game system so bad. And I read through it, and I couldn't make fucking heads or tails of the character creation or any of that shit. And I was just sitting there with the book, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we got the DC Heroes book," and I'm like, "Thank you." And the other thing too about it, at the time, I was a Marvel guy,
Oh no.
so I was just sitting there, and I'm like, "Yay, it's DC! Thank you." So as Kaz is pointing out, yes, you need to know your audience if you buy them any sort of books.
Yeah, I'd say for books, but I mean, I think in general, you don't need to know that. I mean, because everyone appreciates dice or dice bags or rolling trays. I mean, as we've already covered, but I guess on the other hand, it doesn't take that much time to just ask them,
Or you just go outside the fucking box. If you're gonna get them dice that are uncommon.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
get them conversational dice, like binary dice or D16s or D30s.
Yeah.
D100.
A supersized D100s, the big rolly spheres.
Mm-hmm.
Or even get them a giant foam D6.
Yeah.
Just something that's unconventional.
right? Or it's made of a special material, which these days are becoming more common. But I have a set of lapis lazulite dice.
Yeah, I saw a dice set recently that was made out of amber. That would be badass.
That would be.
How much were those going for?
Fucking
amber.
They were 500. What was it? It was 500 for just a D20 or 500 for the set?
I think it was 5 for the set.
Because they also had a limited edition run of Mammoth Tusk dice as well.
Yeah,
Those I know were 500 a D20.
Yeah, depending on the quality. But, I was actually talking with my friend El Presidente, and, don't get me wrong, the Mammoth Tusk dice are nice, but he was saying that sometimes, especially for the more higher price one, you're getting a little scammed, because it turns out mammoth tusks are, in archaeological terms, not that difficult to come across. So it's usually just, the craftsman jacking it up. So
all right. Well, if somebody
price, but
really wanted to impress me by getting me a dice set,
yeah,
they could get me a dice set that's crafted, by hand or by machine. It doesn't matter. As long as it's crafted out of the horns of a white rhino.
God damn it.
Alright, so we're taking a trip to China.
Really? Fucking white rhino dice? God damn.
White rhino dice. I'm rolling with extinction.
If we're gonna go just tasteless dice, you know what I want a dice set made out of? I want someone to go into the Parisian catacombs, just get a handful of bones, shave those down into some dice for me.
Okay, if you want tasteless, okay, what would be really great is dice made out of whale bile.
Oh, God.
Oh, you mean, was it ambergris?
Yeah. Yeah.
They'd smell good.
They'd smell great.
They'd smell great, but...
It's the fact that they carry scent well, not that they smell well.
Okay, yeah, you got me there.
Yeah, I just...
No, see, I'll take a dice bag made out of elephant hide, thank you. I'm a simple man.
Yeah, elephant hide. Sure, yeah. Just run right out there to get you one.
Yeah, just slice it off yourself. It's like a kebab.
Those trained snipers, who go in those preservations to make sure there aren't any poachers.
Or you could go to India where they just have one keel over from being, a workhorse for too many decades.
Yeah.
No, I think, though, for the holidays, regardless of what your gamer person, if our listener is shopping for a gamer and they're like, well, I'm not exactly sure, look at what they have. If they're a card player primarily, if they're a video gamer primarily, if they're a dice and books kind of player primarily, look at what they play primarily and then just think outside the box.
Yeah, and I think it's important to note, especially around the holidays, that the holidays are really good for getting people that impractical shit that they would never buy on their own. You know what I mean?
Like templates for...
spells.
Well, yeah, spell templates.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Or just as an example, I have a Nintendo Switch, right? I'd be stoked if someone, got me the like they have like a case, like a carrying case for it. You know, just the cartridge, not the whole system. But it has like the you know, Super Mario designs on it. I mean, I'd never get that for myself, but you know, if someone got me that, I mean, that'd be fucking sweet.
Oh yeah, it'd be like,
Yeah.
you know, if somebody is primarily a video gamer, you know, like a great gift to get them that's not a video game is actually like one of those CD cleaning kits.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Especially if they're
Yeah.
like a purist who likes their game on a CD and not digital download. You know, that'd be wonderful. You know, if I had one of those for my sets, I'd put it right there next to my games and be like, if my game's gonna get a fucking fingerprint.
Yeah, and can I just say that as someone who does most of their gaming with minis, just any paints are always appreciated. You know, it doesn't matter what brand or what, you know.
You'll find a use for it.
Yeah, you'll find a use for it. That's kind of the beautiful thing about
Shit,
paints.
man.
so.
Minis, the accoutrements for minis, you know, if you're thinking outside the box, you know, just, it's so easy. You can just run down there, get a couple of files, a couple of paintbrushes.
Yeah.
You know, maybe like a little container for water or something. You cannot fucking miss when it comes to
You
mini
really
painting.
can't. You know what's kind of cool on that note? And it was for Christmas one year. My cousin, who got me into miniatures and models, he got me a... the model was a German Hanomag, you know, like those half tracks.
Yeah.
He got me one of those. And instead of, you know, buying all like the overpriced like modeling equipment, you know, like clippers and files, he just got me like a dollar store manicure set. I still use pieces from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just fuck it. And the weird part is, even with it,
You don't gotta break the bank.
One of the tools that every miniature painter uses is a bits box.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you could go down to like some fucking secondhand store, and if you find a pill box,
Yeah.
you know, just pick up a pill box and give it to the gamer and be like, oh, that's for your minis. They'll still be like, holy shit, another bits box, because you never have too many of those.
Hey,
Yeah,
fucking
exactly.
men. Hey, fucking men.
You know, or, you know, if they're a particularly big fan of a series, like, we'll use me as an example. The single best gift I ever got was a Protoss power pylon phone charger. It's a 2 USB wall adapter,
Okay.
basically. Glows like a Protoss pylon, all that StarCraft jazziness. You know, so no one can actually yell at me, you must construct additional pylons anymore.
Best gift I ever got was a machete, jeez.
Well, the
Your
reason...
priorities need help.
The reason it was the best gift ever was because when I first saw it scrolling past on my Facebook, it was from 9gag. And I didn't trust the source. So my sister convinced me
Well, it's
that
the
it
internet,
never
yeah.
existed. So it was just a meme, a gag, right?
Dude,
And then it shows up on Christmas. I open it up and I'm like, you fucking didn't! She lied to me to make it the best gift, and it was
Hey,
awesome.
That's pretty awesome.
fucking 9gag.
Yeah, well, like, she had found it, like, 3 days prior from Think Geek, which she did trust.
Yeah.
So when I made the post, it was like, I want this so bad, but I don't think it's real.
Yeah,
She's like, no, it's not.
yeah,
Even
for,
though she had already paid for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for gamers though, it's if you're going for game supplies, definitely know your audience. It's kind of like, Moniker, if I was to buy you a T-shirt for Christmas,
Mm-hmm.
you know, really, would you want a MAGA shirt? Like, seriously, I mean, I walk up and like, here, Merry Christmas. You open it up and you're like, great. It's like a retro 1980s Care Bear shirt or some shit. I mean, some people would like it, but that's not your groove.
You know, none of us want that set of bunny footy pajamas, you know?
Yeah, know your audience. You know, it's kind of like getting a gift from Grandma. You just can't be like, "Fuck you, Grandma." But well, I can, but whatever. Still, you got to know your audience. With you know, if you're buying gaming gifts for a gamer, you got to know your audience just as much as like when I get a gift and somebody gets me like clothing that's got colors other than black.
It's all to match his Kia Soul.
It's like, great, I got a shirt that's, you know, bright blue with yellow stripes on it. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas, ho ho ho. And 2 weeks later, that same t-shirt will mysteriously wind up at St. Vinnie de Paul's. To be re-gifted to somebody who might want to wear that shit. I'm just saying.
You just giving me some gift ideas there, Goblin, just saying.
I would wear a Care Bear shirt, dude. I'm totally retro. I would fucking... You get me a She-Ra shirt, I will rock that shit.
Dude, I'm going into Forever 21 and saying, look, I got this preppy friend, right? He's a gamer, but what can he hook me up with?
Preppy. Preppy gamer? What?
I'll make it happen.
That's like jumbo shrimp or military intelligence.
Like
Those
what?
two words that don't go
They're
together.
like, well, we have these line of Fortnite shirts.
That is flamethrower material at that point.
Fortnite was a great game, in my opinion, before it got into Battle Royale mode.
It was a lot of fun back when it was just the story mode. I played it back then.
Yeah,
That's
back
what
when
I
it was
paid
just
for.
story mode, it was fucking awesome.
There was a...
Yes,
Really?
it's Save the World mode. It's
Oh.
a thing. It's now become so far back in the back ass end of Fortnite that it's almost negligible to exist.
Yeah, see, that's
It's basically become a first-person LOL shooter.
Yeah, it
It's just
pretty much is.
Well, it's third person. I mean, I was just playing...
third person, first person, whatever. You know what? Fuck it. I want to play a video game in second person.
You and your damn memes.
Hey,
How would you
in person.
do that? Would you just be like commanding someone else on screen?
no. You'd be commanding somebody else while watching yourself do stuff. So, yeah, second person.
Yeah, because like first person is through the eyes, second person is
From
you,
behind, giggity.
Giggity.
and third person is over the shoulder typically, or full body from
Yeah.
the back.
Giggity.
Gig.
Giggity.
It would be interesting. Like you could almost, in order to pull off a second person game, you'd need a two-person co-op hard set. Because you'd basically be controlling each other's character.
Yep.
You know what would be cool?
Yeah, what would be cool is actually they had him over a Hot Topic, years and years ago, and I should have got one. But goddammit, I didn't.
Huh?
Well, when you're thinking outside the box, they actually had a purse. And it was like a black cat with a strap from the neck to the tail.
Yeah.
And it was just like a little purse, but it only had like enough room in it for like 2 packs of cigarettes and a lighter kind of shit.
Uh-huh.
It was like super tiny inside of it, but it was outside it was like an oversized stuffed animal. And in order to get stuff in and out of the purse, you had to reach into the cat's ass.
Nice.
Right? So you had to fist that thing to get whatever you wanted out of it. But just get I'll go out and get like a fucking kitty collar or a dog collar from the local pet store,
Uh-huh.
and just get like a custom nameplate that says dice bag. Put that on the cat, put it in the box, Schrodinger's gift, and give the cat
Schrodinger's gift.
Schrodinger's gift. It might be something you want, it might not. You don't know.
I mean, that just makes every gift Schrodinger's gift.
Exactly.
This is
And then
true.
just give the cat to somebody who actually has the kind of sense of humor
Uh-huh.
to appreciate something like that. They open it up and be like, bam, a new dice bag. Where you have to fist a cat to get your dice in and out of it.
See, if it was me, I'd put like a little, like one of those little voice boxes in there, so every time you fisted the cat and go like, meow!
No, I get a giggle box.
Sweet.
Just so every time you fist it, it starts laughing.
It'd be cool if you could, if money's an issue, there's always things you can make too, Like you can make a dice bag, or you can make, like you were saying, a bits box or a rolling tray.
Yeah,
I feel like those three come up a lot. We've been bringing those up a lot, but it's because they're basic thing that every gamer wants, and it has that little extra something when something's homemade, no matter what it is,
Yeah.
And it
Never ever look down on crafters because
Yeah.
they put their heart and soul in their works.
Yeah, you can fucking really start to personalize that shit. Just make it beautiful.
Yeah, even something that doesn't seem like it would really work out to a degree, but still it would. It's just if you're out and about and you see bookends.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, I want to buy something for the Dice Gamer, but they've already got all the D&D books. Well, bookends. If you have shelf space, they might want to separate some of their books from the rest of them.
Yeah.
You got to think outside the box, know your audience. It's like any other kind of gift giving.
Oh, dude, I love that right after the special edition Lord of the Rings came out where they had the bookends.
Oh, yeah.
I found those in a motherfucking Goodwill, but I didn't pick them up.
Of course, your gifts should have a sense of humor to them. Actually, speaking about kind of Lord of the Rings kind of stuff, but not Lord of the Rings, same era. A little later. Anyway, one that I saw that was really great was a doorstop.
Oh, yeah.
And for a gamer, this would be great, because gamers have a sense of humor, especially, some have a very morbid sense of humor.
I don't know, man. I've met a lot of gamers that don't got a sense of humor.
Okay, well, for a gamer that does have a sense of humor.
Okay.
I found the doorstop, and, this would be a good gift for a gamer.
Uh-huh.
It was Hodor.
Yes,
It was a Hodor doorstop.
They've definitely been popular these days. That's very Game of Thronesy, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, you just, again, know your audience, but, if you got no gamer that has a sense of humor, get them something like that, and they'll be giggling for days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also, socks. Socks are good.
Yeah.
You get
Socks
them.
tend to be good.
They have these socks now I've seen where they've got like all the dice going down them.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
Or the one I thought was really funny, how they have socks out there that have the grippy pad things on the bottom?
Yeah.
They were all D4s.
Oh. Or you can go the complete opposite route.
Hmm.
And get them the worst gaming gift that you possibly can find.
No Man's Sky?
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, shots fired. Good, well done.
Fallout
Now I was
76.
thinking, you get them
both
the,
shots fired. Jeez, you guys are on a roll.
the first Dungeons and Dragons movie on DVD.
I had that. No, even worse, you get them the sequel.
Oh my god. Yeah, the one with the dragon flute? Yeah. Yeah, just give them like the worst, especially if you're a gamer yourself and you're like dating a gamer or married to a gamer and you're like, what can I do to really rile them up? Dungeons and Dragons the movie.
There was a joke where...
God.
Wait, no. You gotta get them the chick track of when they were saying Dungeons and Dragons was evil.
Oh, yes, I have that actually.
Yeah.
In the box somewhere, I have the chick book, Darkest Dungeons.
Darkest Dungeons.
Darkest Dungeons.
I'm still trying to learn the mind bondage spell that little girl had.
Did you guys know that film was actually filmed at University of Washington?
Yeah, by the same people who made Journey Quest.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the parody.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was talking about the actual propaganda.
No, that's what I mean. The actual propaganda for Darkest Dungeons. That was the one that was filmed at UW.
Yeah, that was filmed at UW.
It's funny.
Crazy shit.
But Silverleaf died, so I have to hang myself.
I'm sorry, what?
I've never had a character
Fucking
that
soul
ran that I
bonders.
would do that about.
No, I've never seen anybody hang themselves because their character died.
I don't know.
I've seen post-character death depression.
That happens all
That happens a lot, but usually give them a couple of weeks and they get over it because it's character.
Hey, look, a new shiny thing I can play with now.
Goblin, you're an old fag, right? I really like how we're having this conversation.
Fag.
Yeah, I really like that we're having this conversation about getting too into your character, when yesterday I just learned about the Final Fantasy house. Do you remember that one?
My God.
That was a fucking trip. Roommates from hell, but that's a story for another day. We're focusing on the holidays.
The holidays! Ho ho ho, motherfucker!
Alright, so right now, I'm sure a couple of us have at least, besides myself, look up some things that are coming out for the holiday season or will be on sale around the holidays. What would you guys buy for a gamer in your life?
Definitely not Overwatch.
Are they predicting Overwatch 2 will be out by the end of the year?
I don't know about end of the year, but I know it's been announced.
Yeah.
If I was to buy something for somebody else for the holidays and they're a gamer, jar mayonnaise.
Mm-hmm.
Chara mayonnaise.
They'd never expect it.
I mean, gaming themed.
Mayonnaise!
No, Patrick, mayonnaise is not an instrument. Whoever's the owner of the white sedan, you left your lights on.
Well, it really depends, what their primary focus is. Again, when I say know your audience, if I was to go out and buy a gift for, say, Darth Narcissus,
Yeah.
a paint kit really wouldn't cut it.
No.
But if I got him, a bunch of deck sleeves,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, he'd be totally all over that.
Yeah. Oh, you know, it'd be another cool one, and you could also fit this into the, do-it-yourself Christmas gift, is gaming mats.
Oh, yeah, playmats?
The
Always
playmats, yeah.
Awesome. And you can use those with basically any kind of tabletop gaming.
I use them for my computer. Fuck mouse pads.
Exactly. They're basically mouse pads of style.
They're mouse pads with style, usable for card and book gaming and,
Anything in between.
to hang on the wall and drool over, just oh my god, waifu material. Why is she
Well,
only
yeah.
2D?
Well, there is that Lily and Chandra one that's banned.
Oh, is it the one where they have, it's the mouse pad? Is it one of the titted mouse pads?
No.
No.
It's not a
No,
mouse
it's the
pad,
one
it's a
that
gaming...
somebody did fan art of Lily and Chandra, like
In
getting
a
all
compromising situation.
Where can I get one?
frisky. Clothes are on, but
Damn it.
yeah,
Never mind.
It's also banned, and it was printed, 8 years ago?
yeah.
Fuck.
In fairness, it's probably banned because Wizards did not produce it or okay it.
I'm pretty
Wizards
sure...
not okaying something? Never.
You know, I figure, with the way Wizards has been lately, that they would actually, review their decision on this and be like, look, it's a same-sex marriage. Why are we not allowing this to be printed when obviously it's empowering those who decide to go diving for rug munching? They should be encouraging fans to do this, same-sex fucking playmat stuff. I mean, aren't they all, fucking woke now and shit?
You know, I feel like I met someone who actually had that playmat.
Kyle does. So
That's right.
it was actually licensed.
It was?
Whoa!
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and shit, yeah, if you're on a budget, the best thing to do is accoutrements. I mean, even a fucking binder for character sheets.
Yeah, seriously.
Super cheap.
Or-
Or clipboards.
Clipboards or a card
Clipboards.
binder.
Yeah.
Those are fairly cheap. Like a decent card binder that's going to be, for the Magic player or Yu-Gi-Oh player or Final Fantasy player.
Mm-hmm.
If you're looking for a card binder that can hold up to 200 cards, you're looking at what, $10?
Yeah.
It's pretty cheap.
Yeah. And, there's other things, if you absolutely have zero idea what they like to play, if they play a lot of digital games, it is the ultimate cop-out, but you can give them gift cards for their
You can give them a Steam card or something.
Yeah, Steam card for their, or what, a gift card for their
Just
brand
do
of
not
platform.
get them a gift card to GameStop.
Oh, God.
God's no.
Please no.
Of all the gift ideas, if you get a game card for GameStop and your hair has yet to turn silver and you were still working a day job,
Please
I'm
don't.
sorry. Put you out to pasture. Just
The irony.
that's a grandma gift, and it's GameStop.
Well,
Supporting GameStop at this point, you might as well just take a hacksaw to your foot and be in a dungeon just sawing your leg off.
For no reason.
For no reason.
Yeah, they've increasingly gone from just video games to it looks more like a toy store in there,
It pretty much is.
Yeah.
They have to make their money somehow.
Yeah.
and yet
Clearly.
still they're closing 300 stores.
Well,
Well,
Welcome to
that's
their
GameStop,
return
earned by
policy.
Funko.
Yeah, the GameStop is like the video game version of the meme of, Pawn Stars.
Yep.
It's like, oh, I got this, limited edition collector's NES cartridge that only had 500 prints of it for, Super Mario Galaga Battles or some bullshit.
Super Mario Galaga Battles.
Yeah, you take it into fucking GameStop and they're like, best I can do is $2.95.
I want Super Mario Galaga Battles for Christmas.
Just saying, they're like that meme where you can take in the most ultra rare fucking video game.
Yeah.
They're like,
I can give you $3.50 for it.
I can give you $5 in store credit.
Well, yeah, I mean, because at the end of the day, GameStop, all they are is a pawn shop, so...
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh my god, Pawn Stars GameStop. It's Pawn Stop.
Pawn Stop. Yeah, there you go.
Or is it Game Pawn?
Game Pawn.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And it sucks because the local one here, closest to us, they used to have this manager there. And that dude was super legit cool. I went in there and he was having a bad fucking day. You could just tell, but he was still smiles and giggles and straighten his tie kind of shit. And I
Yep.
walk outside and I'm looking at the stuff I just bought and I light up a smoke. He comes walking out and I just, his body language said bad day.
Yeah.
And so I just reach over and I'm like, hey dude, you want to smoke? And he's like, normally no, but he just takes one out, lights it up, no hesitation. And I was like, bad day, huh? And he's like, yep. And I'm like, well, here's 5 minutes. Courtesy of me. Enjoy it. Don't think about the store. Just think about how delicious that is. And every other time I walked into GameStop and that dude was working there, my customer service was spot on. If he was working there and I'm like, hey dude, I got a question about a PlayStation 2 game. And he's out from behind the counter yes, I will help you. And I'm like, holy fuck. And he's like, And we actually got to talking, and the guy was like super businessman, on the ball. You know, and it just wasn't the fact that, you know, I helped him out during a bad moment, but the guy was normally very super business guy.
You talking about the one by Target?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've known a few folks.
He was a taller dude with short hair.
Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I mean, part of it is I've actually had a few legitimate friends who've worked there, but every time I've gone in there, they're just super cool, so...
Yeah, this guy was beyond cool, and, like, he was always helpful, and when he left, you know, I really, like, took away from that location.
Yeah.
You know, like, the other people there, they're cool and shit, but this guy was just, like, spot on.
Yeah.
He was like, he could hold the personal conversations, but still keep that line drawn between business and personal conversation. So, you know, you never felt like you were getting too close to behind the counter, or you never too close to being just another customer here to, like, get money. But
that's an impressive skill. It
is an impressive skill, but one of the reasons I really don't like to support GameStop is some of the shady shit they do behind the counter. Like, if you buy a gift card, to bloat their numbers, they'll charge the gift card, right? So here's $50 sale, cha-ching, it goes in the till. And then I gift it to, say, Kaz, and he goes in, and he spends that gift card, and there's like 75 cents remaining left over. It doesn't carry. So that 75 cents, it just disappears into the ether after purchase. But then the guy will also just be like, oh, well, there's $49.25, cha-ching, and ring it up again to bloat his numbers. And there's times, like, especially with, like, non-English speaking dudes, because they've got all those special deals, you know, hey, you want insurance for your game, or do you want, you know, a subscription? They'll just ring that shit up anyway and tack it on top.
Yeah.
Especially to the non-English speakers. So, if there's a Latino family in there, they know barely any English, the guy will be like, well, you want insurance? They'll be like, no, senor. And he'll be like, okay, but cha-ching, there's an extra $2.95. They won't notice. This is the kind of shit GameStop pulls on a large scale.
Yeah, I mean, but then again, GameStop's, like, their shitty marketing practices, it's kind of an open secret, which is part of why they're starting to, you know, go down the shitter.
So, you know, another good thing you can get someone for the holidays is a gift card to their local game store.
Oh, that's a really good.
If the LGS has one.
Yeah, you know, Grandma takes little Timmy son of a bitch down to this game store every Friday.
Son of a bitch.
That's right, Jimmy, you little son of a bitch.
You know, she takes him down there and she's like, you know, the holidays are coming up, and she just goes in, oh, just, you forgot your thing in the car, and then steps over, talks to the manager, like, you guys got gift cards?
Yeah.
Give me a fucking gift card for that shit. What does he usually spend? Holy God. You know, $20 gift card from Grandma.
Yeah, it depends on the store. Like, the LGS that I was working at, we did not do gift cards that I know of, but there was a store down in Seattle that did. And you just walk in and be like, hey, I want a card for $100. And they would just and this store was so fucking legit, they would just write it out on a card. Like a 3x5 card on the back of the business card, you gave them like $100 or whatever. And you just like gift it to somebody else. They go in with this fucking business card with a handwritten note on the back. And they can still cash it in.
Shit.
Well,
because
I know...
the guys knew each other so well, they'd pick it up and they'd be like, oh, that's Robert's handwriting.
Okay, I know a store down the road from us that does that isn't the one you were at, but they do actual gift cards.
Is this the one that does the Final Fantasy podcast, or is this...
No, different one. Okay. But I believe they do too.
I think they do too as well.
Knowing Aaron, yeah, he probably does.
I'm pretty sure he does.
This other one is the one that moved recently from their big location to the same parking lot, different room.
You mean Mugu?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought you were just avoiding name dropping.
No, it's Luke's.
Oh,
Pukes, okay.
And I like Luke's.
I haven't been in a while because their hours have gotten weird again.
I don't know. I just... Something rubs my rhubarb the wrong way about that store, because like the first time I discovered it, they had a going out of business sign.
Really?
And I was like, yeah. When I first discovered Luke's, it was like there's a sign out on the sidewalk that says, you know, going out of business sale.
You sure that wasn't for one of the other...
It was for Luke's.
Okay.
Legit.
Because there was the brewery.
It was a 4-letter word with blue letters that said Lukes.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm walking by and I was like, oh yeah, going out of business sale, and I walk over there. And that's another thing, you know, for Christmas shopping, I always look for them sales.
Oh god, yeah. Sales are your best friend.
Dude, there are so many times you can go in and look at the clearance rack and find a piece of gold. If you're a gamer and you're shopping for a gamer, you can always find gold in the fucking clearance aisle.
I'm gonna just
if you're willing to spend time on it.
I'm gonna just say this on sales. Well, I love sales as much as everyone else around this table here. If you're one of those people who goes to, like, you know, any sort of mega corporation store, be it Best Buy or, fucking Old Navy, whatever, on Thanksgiving Day at like 5 o'clock when you're supposed to be sitting down with, if not your family, then those you're closest to, you're a piece of shit.
The Nation of Goblins seconds your appraisal of the situation.
Yeah, it's disgusting to me. It's like, for fuck's sake, you can't hold the sales off for another, fucking...
A time-honored tradition of sitting down with friends and family and going, God, I hate you people. I can't wait till next year when we can do this again.
Yeah, if you're going to resent
a shopping day.
Yeah, if you're going to resent the people that you're sitting around the table with, at least, finally get it out in the open and bring up politics or some shit like that,
Oh my God, I should do that this year.
That's how you make memorable Thanksgivings.
You know what? That's a great idea. I should do that this year. When I go for the Thanksgiving, it's just be like sitting there and I'll be like, nom 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 nom. You know what? MAGA. I just watch the entire, half the table will fucking light up. And then,
Wait. I will get you a MAGA hat if you will wear it to that function.
Now here's the best part. After they get all lit up, I'll be like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? I'm saying make art great again. I want more dinosaurs, less fantasy creatures.
Make art great again. You and your bait and switch.
That's right.
Dude.
If I could get, if we were on a different server where you could get away with a little bit more, I would build a wall. Legit. I just find between the desert and the temperate zones, I just start building a wall along the tree line. When the mods come in, they'd be like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Illegal dinosaurs." Oh, I'm sorry, undocumented sauropods.
Yeah, that's a fun way to spice up your Thanksgiving. Bring up any politics and religion.
Oh
yeah.
Another thing on gift giving that hasn't quite been discussed. Things like, Goblin's got a pretty good idea that buying me anything pertaining to dragons is a pretty safe bet.
Pretty much.
Right?
Which is why I'd probably buy griffins for you instead.
Griffins are cool too. They're flightable.
They're flyable. Yeah, if anything pretty much Blizzard or dragons.
More or less.
Is pretty much a safe bet.
Although Blizzard less so these days.
Or I could go down to the local video store on 128.
Yeah.
And pick up some hot, sweaty man-on-man action Navy training videos. And I'm sure you'd like those too.
Well, hold on. Is one of them dressed as a dragon?
They probably have it in their catalog.
I would not be surprised.
If not, man, gift card for Pornhub. Because they definitely got that shit.
Oh god, yes.
See, he knows.
Use the holidays as an excuse to turn your loved ones into coomers.
Hey, they said they'd plant a tree for every view.
Yeah.
The sad part is, speaking of Pornhub and the winter holidays time.
Coomers.
I think it was 2 years ago. Over in Chicago. It was out in the Midwest area there. The streets were so nasty that even the state and cities wouldn't plow the roads.
Huh.
And next thing you see is snowplows going down the roads and people were taking photographs of them. Guess who was sponsoring the snowplows?
It was
Pornhub! Pornhub with their logo right across the front of the fucking plow itself.
That's beautiful because...
They got a bunch of, there was a lot of shade thrown as a result of that.
They're plowing the streets like they plow their girls.
And guys.
And guys.
Yeah. No,
you know what?
That was a didgeridoo.
It may be degenerate as fuck, but I gotta give them props for great marketing.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
They're plowing
what
big
else are you
heaps
gonna
of
do when
white
it's
shit.
cold outside?
Well, yeah, I mean...
It's like stuck at home? Pornhub! We'll plow your roads!
Well,
we are not sponsored by Pornhub, but please do.
Yeah, please
sponsor us, Pornhub. I would love it. It'd be fucking hilarious.
They're fucking shit.
That's the only sponsor we ever managed to get.
Blood Force Gamers on Pornhub. 4 guys sitting around microphones talking shit about everything.
We get our own tab on there. Have nothing to do with porn. We're just
hey! You know what? We can tell Pornhub we will verbally fuck anything.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
I will verbally fist fuck Bethesda if Pornhub sponsors us.
Oh, don't even get me started on EA.
Or EA, goddamn. You know, and speaking of EA, you know, I went back to playing Mass Effect these last few days. I've finally gotten to the point in the survival game that I'm playing where I can step away from the keyboard for more than 24 hours and shit's not gonna die on me.
Yeah.
So, like, my end of the base building is done. Everything is sustainable. I can now walk away and do other shit for a little while and not have to really worry too much about it. So I've decided, fuck, I'll play Mass Effect again. Because, goddamn, it's a great game. It was before BioWare got...
Ass fucked again.
It was before, you know, they wound up, you know, getting a hole stabbed him in and getting gut fucked by EA. And... Again.
Hey,
And goddamn, I love that game. So, another thing, like, if somebody's a video game player, and I know that the graphics haven't aged well, right? But,
these
like...
things are normal.
Looking at Kaz here for this, and prefacing my commentary, that I know the graphics have not aged well, but what kind of expression would be on your face if you got the original StarCraft on, like, the original discs?
I still have some, but that would be pretty damn cool.
It'd be pretty damn cool, wouldn't it? So, like, if somebody's a video game player, there's a lot of games out there that they do like if somebody's a Final Fantasy player...
Yeah.
And you get them, even if they're not going to fucking play it because they've upgraded their system too many times, but if you find still in the cellophane wrap the original Final Fantasy VII discs...
If you can find the cellophane, good for you, and B, you must have a lot of money.
Yeah, you must have a lot of money, but there's a lot of gamers out there who do love their retro games.
Yeah, retro gaming is actually a really good idea, and the nice part is, like, you know, you can find a lot of them for relatively cheap price. I mean, I think I got my copy of Final Fantasy VII, you know... obviously used, but I got it for like $50. Granted, it was a few years ago, but
yeah, like I got a copy of the original Final Fantasy for the NES.
nice.
I don't even own an NES anymore.
Yeah,
but god damn it, that's a trophy game to have in my collection. It's just like I got the original game. You know how hard that is to find.
Yeah.
So you know, fucking Blasphemous over here. You know, I'm sure he would get all tickled pink if I just hopped on Steam. And snuck it to him on Christmas Eve without even fucking telling him the original Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh, yeah.
Number 1 and 2, so you can play that on Steam. See? So it's totally retro. The graphics in that definitely have not aged well. But it would still be awesome as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you could be like Sithing it up with Batista. Or whatever the fuck her name is.
Yeah, that's definitely a thing, like... Sometimes the retro stuff is the best. You just really got to know who you're buying for. And gift cards, you know, if you're a gamer, you love getting gift cards sometimes. I know I do. It's like,
gift cards are always useful.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a stance and say I don't think gift cards are a cop-out. I really don't. You're still spending money on someone.
Hold on. It depends.
Okay.
Yeah, especially if it's like Kazurkan and his dad.
Seriously, we'll just pass Steam gift cards back and forth. It's quite literally what we do.
Well, look, I got you a $20 Steam card. Great. I got you a $25. Suck it, Dad.
And, you know, sometimes it's like, hey, I don't really know what I want. Just give me a gift card to one of these stores. I'm good. Or with my family, I just tell them, I don't know. Send me some cash. I don't know what I want anymore. Because really, anymore, like, I'm to the point of adulting where it's like, bills are paid, groceries in the fridge, and I ordered a pizza. I have no wants right now.
Yes, but if I were to surprise you on Christmas with, say, 5 packs of Unglued.
Yeah, I'd be fucking stoked, especially if there's a foil island.
Exactly.
Or
especially if somebody goes to the LGS, and they got a Magic player in their family, and they're like, you walk in, like, we had a game store at the local mall before they moved, and they had a huge collection of Magic cards in there and stuff all the way back to, like, Urza's Saga. So we're looking back like 15 years.
You talking about the comic shop?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they did have a pretty good
Back in the day.
Before they put their pussy hats on, moved out, and then apparently shut down, they don't exist anymore?
No, I think they're in Mill Creek now.
I know,
I heard they shut down.
Did they shut down there too?
The weirdest encounter I had there is I walked in one day and I was just shopping around, and the gal behind the counter just looks at me, she goes, hey, can you watch the counter? I'm like, what? She's like, oh, it's time for my smoke break. And she's just like right out the back of the fucking door, and I'm like, why am I watching your store? What the fuck just happened?
To be fair, that's pretty Everett Mall.
That's pretty Everett Mall, yeah. She came back in like 10 minutes later, she's like, hey, thanks for watching the counter, and I'm like, okay, whatever. But back to the original story here is they had cards dating back all the way to Urza's Saga. So, if you could pick up, you could walk in, you'd be like, hey, what's the oldest set you have here of Magic the Gathering?
Yeah.
And if they're a Magic player, there's very few sets of the older stuff that you could like really make a mess with.
Homelands.
No, Homelands was cool. Because if you get a didgeridoo, dude, especially now there's...
I have one in 4 languages.
Yeah, now that they're supporting...
I have a real one.
Fucking Minotaurs more, didgeridoo has become more of a power card.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of Homelands kind of suck, but like Singular Vampires are still pretty cool. But like, if you get in the Ice Age, man, if I get 5 packs, there's still a chance that there could be a Jester's Cap in there.
Oh, yeah.
It's like buying somebody a lottery card. There could be a Jester's Cap in here. Holy fuck. If they get me like an Urza Saga pack, just 1 pack, holy fuck. For my collection, I'd be ecstatic. Because there are Urza Saga definitely had a lot of power creep.
Yeah.
What about one of those all foil Shards of Alara packs? Where every card is foiled.
That would piss me off because my personal feelings about foils.
But some other people do not share those. And
I know.
If you're aiming that sort of gift to someone like that, they're probably going to blow their goddamn mind. Gob, on the other hand, will probably blow your mind. Possibly with 308?
No, he's not worth the 308. I'd use the axe.
I had an idea. You guys might disagree with me on this, but...
I already do.
Okay, well, that's been established.
Fuck you.
But just because they do...
Hey, Pornhub, please sponsor us, and I will face fuck Moniker right in the empty eye socket. I will show you how much I disagree by coming in your empty eye socket as blood gushes down your face.
And then, 10 years later, he becomes a senator.
Well,
anyway.
Well, Senator Monitor, how did you get that eye patch? Let me tell my constituents a story.
Anyways, final thoughts on gaming and holidays.
Well, one second, I wanted to finish my point.
He needs to do his thing.
So you guys might disagree with me, but solely because they do have a lot of licensing power, honestly, less like a pop figure of, maybe someone's favorite character from whatever it may be. That's always a good idea. I mean, they're cheap, and they're still kind of fun, even if they are a little shoddy in their production. It's just kind of cool to have a little effigy.
There's no pop figures of Mercedes Carrera yet.
Yeah.
You just wait.
Please sponsor us, Pornhub.
Goodness.
Sneak in like little puns and stuff, like we'll review game companies and give them the shaft. Because we're really hard on these game companies. When a company makes an ass out of themselves, we will totally tell it all about
all about their gaping problems.
Yeah, their gaping problems. If a game is a total cream pie, we'll lay it out.
I want a Lisa Ann pop figure. I really want one.
You know what? If Pornhub sponsor us, you know what? I'll have a new section of this podcast open up called MILF. Manufacturers I like the fuck.
Boom.
Boom.
Anyways, so closing thoughts.
Know your audience. Know who you're shopping for, or what games they play. If someone plays a lot of D&D 5e, and you know that they don't have a certain book, like I might be getting one copy of Xanathor's Guide to Everything just to round out their collection.
Yeah, if you're gonna buy them a book, check their library first.
Yeah, exactly.
For fuck's sake, check their library.
Yeah, let's see. It ain't about, the dollar sign. It's just about the thought, I think that's about it, all I've got.
All I can say is knickknacks and bric-a-bracs go a long way.
Yep.
Whether it's paintbrushes and files for miniature players, if it's those fucking binders for cards, for card gamers, or if it's just If nothing else, grid paper for your dice and table player.
Yeah, it's like, don't overthink it. You know, I mean, you're getting for a friend, they're going to appreciate whatever you get them.
And support items will always go a long way.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I will say this, if you're going to get a gift for your GM, check with the rest of the party so you're not seen as a brown noser.
Well, like if you're getting a gift for your GM, everybody should get a different gift, and then you're coordinating for a different reason.
Or put everyone's name on the card.
Depending on how your GM...
Well, that depends, because there's only one gamer I know right now that could give me a gift, and it would not count as bribery, but I would still, like, be happy to unwrap her.
There you go.
There we go.
You heard him there, Kaz.
No, I don't like my women with a penis. Don't sponsor us, Pornhub.
Alright, this is Darth Blasphemous signing off.
This is the Moniker signing off. Happy start to the holidays.
Game-Goblin, back to my cave!
Kazurkan, back to the skies.
Goblin, I came trick-or-treating to your cave, but you didn't have any candy. I was confused.
Welcome to Uncle Goblin's touchy, shirtless treasure dungeon.
Merry Christmas.